Do you remember Cabbage Patch Dolls in the 90s? The dolls were a must-have for Christmas. Eager parents flocked to stores only to be met with empty shelves. So tactical shoppers knew when shipments would arrive and would be the first in line to purchase as soon as the dolls were unloaded from the truck. It was actually common for people to offer 100 or more in the parking lot for a Cabbage Patch doll that was still in the shopping cart en route to the family car. They retailed for $30. So why in the world would someone pay over 3 times the original price for a doll? It was simple: supply and demand. Cabbage Patch manufacturers could not manufacture and ship enough dolls to match the unquenchable demand. So as a result, retailers charged more for the dolls suggested MSRP, and prices went up. Clearly, I grew up in the 90s, and who doesn't want to talk about Cabbage Patch dolls? Welcome to Jess Listed, Jess Sold, where I discuss all things real estate in Los Angeles. Today, I'm talking about home values, supply and demand, apparently Cabbage Patch dolls, and the current state of the LA real estate market in the past 2 weeks of October of 2020. So Cabbage Patch dolls in the 90s is an example of supply and demand that we can all relate to. Fast forward to 2020 and homes are kind of the new Cabbage Patch dolls. There is a scarcity of homes for sale. Multiple offers are the norm. It is not uncommon to hear that 15 offers are generated on a home that just hit the market. When this occurs, a bidding war ensues. It's as if a mini auction occurs. So in a multiple offer situation, the highest and best offer wins, and 14 buyers must go back to the drawing board and continue their search for a home. More buyers are searching for homes than the number of homes available. As a result, home values have been on the rise since June. That is when the expected market time, so the time between pounding that for sale sign in to opening escrow, first dropped below 60 days. Anything below 60 days on the market is considered a hot seller's market. The expected market time is the speed of the market. The lower the expected market time, the faster the market. It takes into consideration both the current inventory of homes available to purchase and buyers' demand to pull the trigger and buy a home, which is so pending sales measures demand. It currently sits at 49 days, far below the 60-day threshold that indicates a hot seller's market, a market where sellers get to call the shots and values are on the rise. In order to arrive at 49 days, it takes a low supply and strong demand. Today's active listing inventory is at about 10,846 homes, its lowest level for this time of year since 2012. Today's demand is at 6,705, the highest mark for this time of year since 2012. The last time it was a hot seller's market in mid-October, less than 60 days, was back in 2012 when it reached 45 days. It was a slight seller's market between 60 and 90 days last year. That's when sellers still got to call more of the shots, but there were fewer multiple offers, so it would take a little bit longer to sell, and values were not changing all that much. There were actually 19% more homes available, and demand was down by 25% compared to today. As a result, the expected market time was at 77 days. When there is more supply and less demand, the rate of appreciation drops considerably. So in order for the market to remain hot for the remainder of the year, the supply must continue to be limited and demand must remain elevated. The active inventory will slowly rise from now through Thanksgiving. So typically it's dropping at this time of year, but there are currently more homes coming on the market than what is normal, resulting in a rising inventory. In September, there were 11% more homes placed on the market compared to last year. It appears as if that trend will continue until the prior week to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving marks the beginning of the holiday season, including my husband's birthday. That is when fewer homeowners enter the fray, and many unsuccessful, often overpriced sellers pull their homes from the market and wait till the holiday season is past. It's typically the slowest time of year for real estate. But by the end of 2020, there will most likely be about 8,000 homes on the market, very similar to the end of 2012 and 2017. That will result in a very low level to start 2021 and may break the record for 2018 record of 8,025 homes. Current demand should remain elevated and strong from now through Thanksgiving. That's typical for this time of year, but it's quite remarkable given that its current level far surpasses recent years due to the active inventory. Demand will begin to drop the week prior to Thanksgiving, the start to the holiday market. That's when many buyers will place home shopping on hold in order to enjoy the holiday season. Buyer activity will continue to slow and reach its lowest level of the year upon entering 2021. By the end of 2020, demand should drop to about 5,150 pending sales, its strongest end-of-year reading since 2012. So intuitively, many will think that the drop in demand will mean that the market will slow considerably. But that's not really the case. Remember, the number of available homes will be dropping at a considerable rate as well. So based on the projections of about 8,000 active listings available at the end of the year and demand at 5,150 pending sales, the expected market time would be 47 days, slightly better than today. For buyers actively looking for a home to purchase at the end of December, the fast-paced feel of the current market with multiple offers and bidding wars will be no different, even in the midst of celebrating all of the holidays and festivities. So I hope you found this market overview helpful and empowering. If you have questions, please let me know. If there was something I didn't address, please tell me. If you want to learn more about the current state of the housing market, check out my next video, which really geeks out on stats and numbers, my fave. As always, I'm here for you, and I would love to know how I can better guide and serve you in today's market. Have a wonderful day. Let's talk soon.